Sir?
Can I follow up
You
on
get
that?
time for one more.
Yeah. So let's go to Louis from ABC.
Hi, sir. Thank you to both of you for doing this briefing today. I'd like to go back to something that Lita asked at the top and the way that you framed the response about provocations and how they're perceived by Russia. Typically, you do not disclose prepare to deploy orders, particularly when you're talking about large numbers of forces like the 8,500 that you put out this week. What was the calculus in doing that? Are you sending a message to Russia? And is it possible that the way they see that, they may see that themselves as a provocation?
Again, our focus is on making sure that we're ready to live up to our commitment to NATO should the NATO response force be activated by NATO. This putting our forces on a shorter string enables us to get there in a shorter period of time. And again, I think that provides reassurance to NATO that we're ready to live up to our commitments. In terms of what Putin thinks and the way he feels about things, again, it's hard to predict. We take those kinds of things into consideration, but again, if you look at the forces that he has moved into the region and that he continues to move into the region, there was no provocation that caused him to move those forces. So, we'll continue to listen to what he says and watch what he does. Chairman.
Yeah, I would echo all of that. With respect to the PTDO forces, for 20 years, Iraq, Afghanistan, et cetera, we've announced when forces are rotating, et cetera. We attempt to be transparent with you and with Congress and with the American people on the use and the deployment of military forces. We alerted, based on the direction from the President and the Secretary of Defense, we increased the readiness status of these forces. So the forces themselves have been told, and we think it's a better, from a transparency standpoint, better to inform you, the media, the American people, and Congress of the forces that are out there that are being alerted. In addition to that, the piece about assuring and deterring with respect to our NATO allies. But we think it's also important to be transparent with you and the American people about what we're doing with your military.
Thank you all. We have to get going. Thank you so much, gentlemen.